I just like to get it ready. I edit it all out anyway. As it comes along.
I like my bangs straight.
I love it. I love your hair. I think it's adorable.
I know. I feel like they're a bitch and I have to keep like straight.
Straight, yeah.
Especially like when I sweat, they just curl. I really like the clip of the Cult Classics. That was a really cute clip.
I thought it was a really cute clip too.
I was cute. You were cute.
We were very talkative. I do love that when you did the when you were talking about it. Let's bring some light to cults.
Yeah.
And you're like cult classics.
Uh-huh.
And I just love how I love what you did there. It was just pure gold, I think, honestly. I think that the reason why we work so well together is because of the fact I can pick up what you're putting down.
Well, I completely agree because even when I'm listening to soapbox books while I'm at work and everything, you are immediately picking up what I'm putting down and you're analyzing it in exactly the right way. And that's what makes it so fucking good because I'll be like, what do you think is going to happen? And you're like, this is what I think is going to happen. And I'm like, I fucking love you, Tyler. I fucking love you because you see the vision.
I do. I think it's funny because when we played that game, it was just we're so similar in some ways.
Yeah.
But
we're like parallel.
Yeah.
Like
but at the same time, we see where we're going with it.
Mm-hmm.
We just know each other so well.
It's nice.
It is nice.
It's a nice.
It is a nice time.
Because you're one of my besties. We're almost at, I think at the end of the month, it'll be 2 years.
I know. Isn't
that
insane?
crazy?
We were talking about that on our live. We've been friends for almost 2 years. And I just realized, again, I didn't wear my rings.
Although, to be fair, I think we have been friends for 2 years by now.
Mm-hmm.
But we started this podcast 2 years at the end of October, like October 31st.
Yeah.
Was it? It was like the day before Halloween, wasn't it? It was like really close to Halloween.
I think it was really close to Halloween. For our first season, we did a Christmas special, and we also did a Halloween special. I miss our late nights. I really do.
Too, but now I work late nights.
I know, and I work early mornings.
And I hate my life.
Me too. Hey guys, welcome back to the Gin D podcast. We're your hosts,
Tyler and Alyssa.
Yeah.
This is our off-topic topic where we talk about things off-topic.
Yes. And we were just talking about how, obviously, you guys were just here for the few minutes that we were. But when we started this, we went through a whole bunch of phases. And for those that aren't starting out in the first season,
which you shouldn't.
Which you really shouldn't. We're going to try to remaster that. We've been in talks about it, but I think I need to go back and re-listen to the first season to kind of see what it was that we actually talked about.
Yeah, and then let me know. I'll get back to you.
But when we started, we literally started out on a front porch.
Yeah.
And I was in the middle of moving into the house that you see now. And when we started doing this podcast, we literally started with 2 lawn chairs and a small little itty bitty table using my laptop to do the episode. And it kept falling off the thing.
Yeah.
It was just a really rough.
Chaotic.
Yeah, it was very chaotic. And then we which we still have, but you no longer get to see because it's where my computer is sitting. Mm-hmm. But we have a Coca-Cola table that we were able to use. And I do miss the old setup a little bit.
I do too. Like it was
I felt like it was a little more intimate.
Well, we were looking at each other more. We were faced across from each other and not at the camera. Yeah. So we were definitely more intimate because we looked at each other more.
I know. I just kind of missed that vibe.
Yeah, it was nice.
I think eventually we're going to kind of change things up in the city. We always tend to change things up.
I think we could go back to that, but if we do, we have to have another camera. That way
it can
face both of us. Yeah. And then we can clip it
where it needs to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But that's expert level shit.
That is expert. We're not experts yet. That's stuff that we have to figure out. We're not perfect.
Yeah. Bear with me because I am ill.
Poor thing. She was willing to get up and come over.
I literally went right back to sleep. And it took me so long because I just kept sleeping through my alarm. I was like, I'm tired.
And you have every right to relax and take some time for yourself, especially if you're feeling ill.
Yeah.
I am all for. She wanted, what was it, the other day that you text me and you were like, "Hey, come over, but just so you know, like I'm really tired and I didn't sleep."
So I went on a 3-mile fucking hike. Okay, so I work nights and I got off at 7 a.m. and I'd been working all night. And what do I do? I go on a 3-mile hike around a lake. And have you ever heard of Doe Run?
I've heard of it.
It's in Independence.
Yeah.
I guess the lake's technically an Erlanger. I don't know. It's fucking stupid. The point is, it was scary. I don't know why, but my version. Look at me. I'm not a very active person, okay? I don't go outside. I don't join nature. I am fairly active, but that's at my job. I'm not like a go out into the nature and hike and see what's out there kind of girly. I'm scared of bugs. I'm scared of everything. It's a thing. So in my head, I'm like, a hike. That sounds like a walk in the park. Like a literal walk in the park. Like, you're probably going to encounter some hills, you're probably going to have to do an incline, and that's fine. I can handle an incline. I might be a smoker, but I can do this. Maybe some gravel roads, but like in an incline, that's a hike in my head. Okay. Well, what I found out was hikes aren't like that. Actually, hikes are literally a trail in the woods, but the trail was expert level, fucking pro level trails with like mud everywhere. You had to go down these rickety ass wood steps that were so scary, and you have this much road to walk on, right? You have this much to walk on, and then the rest is just cliff that you can fall down. So you got to lean left and walk drunk, and it was terrifying. And the whole time, because I went out, it was a date, right? And because I'm dating now, I'm single,
ready to mingle,
and 3 miles, late work, no reaction. It turns out a little bit into it, probably half an hour into it, right? I'm scared to turn around because of all the shit that we'd been through up to that point. I'm not going through that again. First of all, I fell on my ass. And there's like this big long scratch. I don't know how I scratched myself and didn't bruise myself, but I did. And that's probably going to scar, which cool. Love that for me. And then I don't have enough scars on my body. So anyway, I do want to say I had a really good time, aside from the fact that I was terrified. Part of me, it's like a roller coaster. Like, a part of you is terrified the whole time, but you're having fun.
Yeah.
That was me, right? And then I don't want to say his name because I don't know if, he wants me to. So we're just going to call him James. Oh, I like that name. James. Okay, so I brought Teddy with me, my dog, because it was his idea. He was like, let's go on a hike and let's bring Teddy. That way he can get some exercise.
Did Teddy love it?
Teddy loved it. He had a great
He looks
time.
like a hiking dog.
He was leading us. He was leading us. He was like, come on, guys, we got to go.
I got this. I'm going to show you.
So I'm holding him on the leash and everything, and he has a harness, and I'm holding him. He's pulling me. He's making sure my ass is going up these hills and doing all these things. He has natural traction on his feet. Here's what I was wearing. I was wearing regular schmegular tennis shoes, black tennis shoes that I actually wear to work every day. They're muddy now and disgusting now, and I had to steal Destiny's. And so then I had on my black biker shorts. So I had exposed legs.
Well, biker shorts would be perfect for a hike.
Yeah, except for my legs were exposed. So
you are definitely not a outside
So
girly.
all of the bugs and all of the leaves and all of the nature things are touching my ankles, and I'm freaking the fuck out every 2 seconds. I'm like, what's on me? And then and then I had on a white Def Leppard t-shirt. Why?
Why white?
Because I'm thinking it's gonna get hot. White, absorbs.
It does.
Or doesn't absorb it. It reflects it, or whatever. I don't know. Whatever.
It keeps you cooler.
Yes, That was my mindset. I'm gonna be cool. And to be fair, I did not get mud on that shirt, so good for me.
Woohoo!
So, but the thing is, I have a bad ankle. So the whole time I make one wrong step, my ankle's fucked.
Yeah.
And James over here is going to have to carry me through the fucking woods. And he, to be fair, he was helping me out a lot. He was like...
I got you. I got
you. So he, during parts that were really sketchy, like going down or up, that was really, really sketchy, or like very narrow, he would hold Teddy. He would have the leash.
Yeah.
and he would be in the middle, and then I'd be all the way in the back. And so he'd be holding Teddy, and then he's holding my hand like this. And
She's
so
gonna fall off a cliff.
Yeah, so I don't fall off a cliff. And I'm over here holding onto his hand, holding onto his arm. I'm like, I'm gonna die. He was a trooper because he hikes. But here's the thing: he'd heard about that hike, trail or whatever, from a friend.
Yeah.
He'd never actually done it himself.
Yeah.
So he didn't really know what we were in for. I didn't know what we were in for. He's got on hiking boots. He's got a backpack, and he's got waters in the back. I mean, we brought a bowl for Teddy so we could stop and give him some water. And Teddy, I mean, he was keeping us alive. He really was.
He was having a grand old time.
It felt like we were going through different levels, and each level was harder than the last.
Oh, that sounds
You know
exciting.
what I mean? Like, okay, so at first it was like sketchy stairs and, mud and rocks and slippery, and then it was cliffs and narrow roads with those cliffs, and this narrow road is super muddy and slippery, and you could fall to your death. And and then it was, okay, now walk across some rocks in the lake, and I'm gonna kill myself. I also ran into about 20,000 spider webs.
Yeah, that's a given.
Really ruined it. I'm scared of spiders. But I did not actually encounter a spider. Thank God.
Well, that's
for
good, because she may have jumped off the cliff.
Yeah, I might have. Yeah, but it was really pretty scenery. I will say that. That being said, the whole time I'm looking at the ground. I'm watching where I'm walking.
Yeah.
I am not just walking idly and looking around at the view. I am, like, at one point James was like, "Oh, look at those mushrooms on that tree." And I had walked over them. I didn't even notice the mushrooms because I'm so busy trying to keep myself alive that that I'm not noticing everything around me. So oh my God, it was definitely scary. But what we didn't realize was that the lake is an L shape. So when we thought we were halfway through, we were actually just beginning. And so we had so much left. But towards the end, after we had to walk across the lake in extreme pro mode, which Teddy loved the lake, by the way. It's not a lake, it's more like a creek. He loved walking across that. He was having a great time. He was like, water, cooling me down. Yay. I had to give Teddy a bath because he was
muddy.
Very but he had a great time. He was slumped when we got back. He was tired.
I bet he was like, I had the best day ever.
So
though.
That's when I texted you. I'm just now going to bed. It's 11 a.m. I'm probably not going to be awake around 4.
I'm one of those people that if you physically can't do something right now, go to sleep. Take a nap.
I needed it.
Generally, when Chris comes home from work, first thing he does is he takes a nap. If we're up in the room and we're not doing something important.
Right.
I told him today, because I'm wanting a new phone, I told him today, I don't want you going to bed when you come home. I want to leave as soon as you get home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because if you go up there, you get comfortable, you're going to want to sleep, and I'm going to feel bad for waking you up. I don't want to feel bad for waking you up, so
right.
Might as
so
well
just don't go to sleep.
Yeah, just be ready. But I miss being in nature. I miss it. I do. I loved nature.
Yeah.
Like, I lived by woods most of my life because I lived in a trailer with my mom. There was woods behind there. I used to go out in the woods all the time.
That's so funny. So did I when I was a kid, because we lived in a trailer park with woods. And sorry to interrupt
No, you're fine.
If you went far enough back in the woods, there's like a hidden basketball court that like all of the kids used to go to and like spray paint and
just have a good time. I love that.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
And then my bio dad, his house like literally was on a big property, and then there was woods back there, and then you would go through the woods. I'm not saying this, and I'm not confirming nor denying that I used to do this, but I used to, or not used to, sneak into hypothetically sneak into the nature center.
Okay.
Because we lived by the nature center.
Yeah.
And then our library line eventually trailed into the nature
would sneak
center.
Into the nature center.
Because you had to pay to get into it. It's to keep it like clean and beautiful. So of course they're going to charge you for it. But I love camping, for instance. My husband's version of camping is a
glamping.
RV.
Yeah, an RV. Me
glamping, yeah.
too. My Lake Cumberland trip every year, we're not camping, we're in RVs. And I need plumbing, guys. I'm sorry. I need to take a shower. I need to poop in an actual toilet. I need
that. I understand. Like I would do that too. I'd have an RV, but I would want to sleep out in a tent and make it like actual camping.
No, I do not
and
need
then
to camp.
have.
I don't understand what people's obsession with camping is when we have civilization.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of civilization.
I mean, fair. I'm just saying we have indoor plumbing now. Let's enjoy it. We don't need to be like our ancestors and camp
But sometimes it's just nice to get away from everything.
You can get away from everything and be in an RV. I'm just saying.
No, I don't think it's the same.
To be fair, I like to go outside, especially at night. I really like the stars. I like the moon. I like the stars and the trees and everything's pretty. But I do not fuck with the bugs. I don't fuck with nature when it tries to kill you. Like
I'm all for nature when it's outside. If it's inside, you gotta go. But I'm all for it outside. Bugs don't bother me as much outside than they do inside.
Well, they're in your home.
Yeah, you're in my space.
Yeah.
Stay out in your space.
I don't know.
I just miss being out in nature. I do. I miss it.
I will say it was a little cathartic. It was to be outside and to just be in the woods and you're just walking around. And here's the thing. It got to a certain point where, okay, it's too late to turn back around. The only way out is through.
Yep.
And there was a certain peace that came with that because it's the only way out is through. It kind of like forces you to continue it. And what?
It could be a metaphor for life. It's sometimes life is you have to go through.
You do. I mean, and I think that's a very, it helped me in my head. I was like, man, I really just do not want to be doing this anymore. After so long, I was, how much more do we got left? But I would just be like, the only way out is through. The only way out is through. Onward, onward. And I said that for real. And it's a miracle people like me at all. And
no, you just have a fun personality. I love it.
Thank you.
I love when you get on a little tangent sometimes, or you say certain things, and I'm like, yeah. I love that. It's just sometimes it's so random. I love where your mind went with that.
You can literally, if you follow along well enough, and you do, you could literally see my train of thought, like my process, how I get from one topic to another. For instance, we were talking about cults.
Yeah.
In the last episode. What about cult classic? Okay.
But the cult one, you did. We were talking about cults, and then you led into cult classics. I loved when you trailed to it. Because it was a perfect segue into it. And we love a good segue.
We love a good segue. We need t-shirts.
We do. We say that every time.
I know. One day we'll remember.
One day.
Also, we've learned that t-shirts are mad expensive, so probably not, which I will be paying you back for. I'm so sorry. It's taking me so long.
No, you're fine.
Had to pay rent, might be.
No, I get it.
But I haven't forgotten. And you can cut this out if you want.
No.
I owe Tyler money. He's going to kill me.
The Italian's going to come out.
But I'm Italian, so you will get your money. It's all about familia.
I do love that when we're together, we kind of go with the flow. And I like to tell people this because we have newcomers, but I do like to tell people we may start out with a topic, but that topic may not stay very long. Because
sometimes we
just go on a tangent and we're random people. This is a talk show vibe. That's the whole point.
You are literally
talk show vibe
in the conversation with us.
Yeah,
that's what I like to think. Anyway,
it is. You're supposed to be. I think that is what makes our podcast so different. Is that we just go with our own flow.
Yeah,
we don't stick with one main thing.
Yeah,
and I don't like sticking with one main thing, which is why we're not. And the only reason why we're the Generational Drama Podcast is because we're two different generations looking into life from two different perspectives of generations.
Facts. And with that, we are going to go ahead and get into our main topic. So we will be right back after the intro.
Yes, we will. We're back.
And we're back. So I want to talk about Halloween decorations.
It's decorations.
Yes. And the downfall of Halloween decorations.
So why people aren't doing them very much anymore?
So, one, they're fucking expensive.
They are.
The big blow-up ones,
Yeah.
and all the shit that you put in your front yard, expensive. Nobody wants to pay for that anymore. Secondly, all of the decorations, they're not Halloween-y anymore. They're catering to, I'm so sorry, low-key white people. Okay. Here's what I mean. Now, when you go into a store and you see Halloween decoration, you see glitz and glam. Why are Halloween decorations glitz and glam now? Why are there disco balls on Halloween decorations? Why are they pink now? Why is everything glittery and pink and cute and disco ball-y? And I can insert some pictures, which I'll send you. And of what I mean. Yeah. But then on top of that, they've gotten more expensive. The crafts are shitty.
I think
Have you noticed that?
Yeah, I think that a lot of Halloween is kind of gone away from the scary.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of gone to cutesy.
Yeah, everything's glitz and glamour and cutesy galore and not gory and lore.
I think that Halloween, and I don't know if it's just because as we got older, because when I was younger, I told this story once before, but I think it was in the first season. I remember it may have been the second season because I think I clipped it and posted it. When you thought I was talking about Jack in the Box, the restaurant. And I was talking about Jack in the Box.
Like a Jack in the Box.
Yeah, an actual Jack in the Box. And I remember when in the neighborhood that I used to go trick-or-treating in was my grandpa's neighborhood. And I remember that there was decorations everywhere, and there was haunted house makings, and people made haunted
houses out of their actual houses, and they would open it up to anybody who came into the neighborhood on a Halloween night. And I used to do that. I used to go trick-or-treating and go into someone's house, into their little haunted house, and it was cool as hell.
Yeah. Now it's kind of the tradition of Halloween has kind of died down to the point where it's not scary anymore.
It's exactly. There's no more spooky, scary skeletons. They're glitterized and the crafts itself on these decorations are shit.
They're cheesy.
The paint is chipped. Everything's glued on and not well. And then they're charging out the ass for these decorations that are gonna fall apart.
When people say spooky season, I'm like, is it spooky season anymore? Because it doesn't seem like it's spooky season.
I miss it.
Even haunted houses now these days, even going to haunted things. But I also think it's just because we've become so desensitized to the fact that scary isn't scary.
Yeah. And if you want scary, you have to go to an actual adult haunted area like Dent Schoolhouse, for example.
Yeah, but even then I feel like it's become less.
Like last year on my birthday we went to the town, right? The Scarefest town.
Yeah.
That was not nearly as scary as I thought it was going to be. That being said, the scariest part was the teacher that was like, "What's 2 + 2?" And I'm like, "Ah!
I don't know."
Math!
Math was the scary thing.
It literally was.
Like, I'm calculating. It's supposed to be 4, but I don't know.
I'm like, are you going to take my soul if I get the answer wrong?
Please do.
Literally. Give it to somebody else.
Yeah, I don't want it anymore.
I don't want it anymore.
And that's part of the reason why we become so desensitized.
Yeah.
Because we're like, we don't want it.
To be fair, I am a horror fanatic. I watch a lot of horror, so I am very desensitized to it. But at the same time, horror is horror at the end of the day. There are things that can and will scare me.
For me, when it comes to horror, it's realistic.
Yeah, like the found footage film horror. That is low-key my favorite kind of horror because it is real in that aspect. For example, Hell House LLC. Love those movies. They are so scary and so good, but they're found footage horror. But the first time I watched them, I thought they were real. And I had to look it up and make sure they weren't real.
You were like, oh my god, is this a real situation?
Because the way that they do it is so meta. And
I had to watch it. I've never seen it.
Oh my god, yes. Yes. Watch it with Chris.
I think we should have a horror movie night. I think Chris would love that.
We should.
That's because you guys are both October babies.
Yeah, it would have to be on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
Let me know. Hit me up.
Yeah, I will. But I'm not a huge horror person.
Yeah.
I do enjoy some horror stuff, but I'm fantasy. As I got older, I think goriness is my issue because why does it have to be so gory?
So I do not like gore porn. And by that I mean if you've ever seen I think it's called Hostage or Terrifier with Art the Clown or Human Centipede.
Why is that a thing?
Yeah, fuck. Somebody really fucked up made that movie. Anyways, what would happen if we just I can't. Anyways.
And I love how we're so off topic.
It's still, I mean, these are all props, right? In these movies, these are all Halloween decor.
Right.
No, gore is not my favorite. I don't like gore when it's not necessary.
Yeah.
I don't like gore just to have gore. And I definitely don't like it when that's the entire plot of the movie. For example, Terrifier. I like movies for the plot. And while the plot isn't terrible in Terrifier, I mean, low key, essentially, there is no plot.
Yeah.
I mean, I get that he's a clown that's kind of like possessed or whatever, and he ends up, I don't know. But 90% of the movie is him just chasing people, and then it's just really terrible gore for no reason. Hostage is just gore porn. It's just torture porn. It's just for all those people out there that love to see it. And I don't like to see it when there's not a reason for it. It's kind of like when there's a sexual assault in a movie or in a film of some kind. It has to...
There has to be a meaning to it.
There has to be a meaning to it. There has to be a reason behind it. There has to be... You can't just throw it in there to have it in there.
Yeah.
For example, I Spit on Your Grave, something I will never watch again. Watched it one time, and I understand the whole point is revenge, but you didn't need to make 16 to 20 minutes of a sexual assault straight, by the way, for me to understand that she was sexually assaulted and got revenge. That was kind of...
You drew it out too long.
You drew it out. It really... And then the second one was even worse.
Oh.
It was even worse
because...
They made a
second.
They did. Made a second one, and it was even worse, and it was even longer because it was like a... It was like a sex slave kind of thing. Like, what's it called? Trafficking. That really fucked me up. I didn't even finish the movie. It really bothered me. But it's stuff like that. There's no reason to do all of that to get your point across.
Right. I think that once you kind of teeter into a whole different direction, you're just doing it just to make it...
Like, it really makes me think, what's going on in your head?
Yeah.
I kind of low-key want to be like, are you into this? Part of me wants... Yeah, I don't know.
For you to come up with it, I don't know. I mean...
Gore and just...
Yeah, I think it just has to make sense.
It does. It has to pertain to the story. I understand a slasher film. Because once they kill the person and then there's all that gore or whatever, they move on. They're on to the next thing. They're on to the next person, the next victim. They're moving on. It's not just 15 minutes straight of this person getting murdered.
It's kind of like the Saw movies.
Yeah.
You're kind of like fucking this out a little too much.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. But
you
that
could have ended it.
That makes sense to the plot because they're in these listy games, right? That makes sense to me.
See, I'm not scared of Saw. I think for me, it's kind of, this is a little bit much.
It's a bit much for me.
It's a bit much.
The gore is a bit much for me.
Yeah.
But it does make sense.
Because the movie is based on something that I guess,
because it's I mean, do I think that the punishments fit the crime? No. Because one of them was like adultery or something.
Yeah.
Or one of them, the dude's a smoker.
Well, the whole point is because the movie is supposed to be fucked up. And you're supposed to look at it as oh, okay, well, that doesn't make sense that they're here.
Like, the smoker really got me.
Yeah,
like, I just feel like Saw is the Batman of Gotham City. If you're jaywalking, you're fucked.
Right. Like, you jaywalked, you're getting killed.
Put your hand in this thing of acid to get the key. I fucking can't.
All because you smoked a cigarette.
Literally. Also, or you littered once in your life. Actually, yeah, fuck you. You deserve to die. Don't litter. Anyways. I'm so sorry, actually. But seriously, don't litter. It's bad for the planet. Stop.
It is bad for the planet, yeah.
But Saw, it genuinely cracks me up to an extent because if I was in Saw and he was explaining the rules to me, I'd be so sorry. Can you put subtitles on that screen for me? Like,
explain this one more time.
Can you repeat that? I didn't quite get that. Or have you ever seen? So you know The Ring. Are you familiar with that one? Where you have 7 days to. Well, They made a parody Scream movie, or Scary Movie, not Scream. They made a parody. Movie. Yeah, it was a scary movie. I don't remember which one. It was probably 4 or something.
I think it had Queen Latifah that played in the part. Because her and the girl coming out of the TV got into a fight.
That's not Queen Latifah.
I know Queen Latifah was in that movie, but I can't. It was.
I don't know her name, but it's the lady who's in all of the Scary movies. She's Christy's best friend.
Yeah.
The white girl who's in all of them. I forget her name in real life, but yeah. See, but I love those movies because they crack me up because they do exactly what I would do, which is let me just fucking kick this bitch's ass instead of for example,
it's a big skeleton.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. Wait a minute, what the fuck am I screaming for? This is a literal skeleton. Right, just a bag of bones. And then she rearranges his bones. And she's like, yeah, keep fucking with me. Cracked me up. And he like hops away.
Because he's like, I fucked up.
Loved it. That movie where the girl comes out of the TV and you get a call that's like you have 7 days to live after you do that whole thing. The white girl who's in all of them, she answers the call and she's like, hello? And they're like, you have 7 days to live. And she's like 7 business days? Like, that is so me. I'm asking questions. I'm asking the real questions here. 7 business days? Or then he's like, no, 7 days. 7 days from this very hour? I feel I deserve to know the very hour. And he's like, yeah. And then she was like, okay, well, what about holidays? Because there's a holiday on Monday. Do holidays count? And they're like, what holiday is Monday? And she was like, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. And he was like, no, that doesn't count. And she was like, why? Everyone else is taking off.
Yes,
that would be me. I'd be like, wait, from right now, do I get
an extra day?
Do I get a holiday? That shit cracks me up because you're asking the real questions here.
Because it's like, at that point, well, if I got 7 days, what does it matter?
I want to know the exact countdown to when I'm gonna die. Cracks me up.
I love it. I love it so much. That's how I would be in a horror movie too.
Yeah, I would be so annoying.
I would also wouldn't be the one that's going for the stupid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be the one that's, let's go into this house. What we talked about once before with Creeper
Jeepers?
Creeper, whatever that movie is.
Creeper Jeepers?
No, I don't think it's called Creeper.
What are you trying to say?
The Creeper movie. The one where he fell down, he watched that guy throw a body down the hole and then they turn back around and they go down the hole and the Creeper is a monster, but he looks like a man and he drives around in that truck.
Creepers Jeepers.
Is that what it's called?
Jeepers Creepers.
Jeepers Creepers. It's backwards.
My bad.
No, I was trying to figure it out, but no, I would not be I'd be like, oh, they're fun.
Oh my god, can we talk about I forget his name. I'm actually gonna have to look him up really quick. We should actually steer this conversation slightly in a different direction, but we should talk about the phenomenon of Justin Long. Justin Long is an actor, and I'm gonna pull up his picture for you because you probably recognize him. You've seen him in a lot of things.
Yeah, because he's in Jeepers Creepers.
Exactly. That's what made me think of him. Yeah. So he's actually in a lot of horror movies. I don't know if you knew that about him.
I think so.
To this day, he's still in a lot of horror movies. But every single horror movie, he gets fucked up. He dies. He gets fucked up. He has a very hard time surviving a horror movie. And it's the phenomenon of Justin Long. And it's an actual thing that people talk about on TikTok, I guess. I don't know. And what else do you get in this story? And so Justin Long, he was in Jeepers Creepers, got fucked up. Got fucked up. Yep. You'd probably remember more than I do. And then Tusk. Have you ever seen Tusk?
I have seen clips of Tusk on TikTok. But the only reason why I won't watch it is because I don't like it's watching. Awful. It's kind of like the Human Centipede.
Yeah,
those are one of the things that I'm literally like, is. This is kind of. It's
just the walrus version. Yeah. And why a walrus? I don't know. The point is, there's just so many other. It doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
But Justin Long literally got turned into a walrus in Tusk. And then at the end of the movie, instead of, I don't know, getting the guy some help, his friends just put him in a zoo. And then
just leave them there.
They do.
Spoiler alert.
The movie's been out for years, guys, decades even. Y'all should know this by now. And if not, I'm saving you the trouble. It's a terrible movie.
It's just like, you're left.
They're like, what are we gonna do with him now? And they just put him in the zoo, and then they go and visit him, and they're like,
updating you on life.
Yeah,
while you're fucked in a zoo.
He's in Barbarian, which is relatively new. It came out a few years ago. And I mean, I don't really specifically remember what happens to him, but I do know he dies for sure. He was in the recent movie Weapons, where, have you seen it?
Too? No.
He actually doesn't die. And that's where the phenomenon comes into play of Justin Long, because when we saw him in Weapons and we saw that he didn't die, the whole fan base was so proud of him.
Because he actually lived.
Like, yay! You had a role and you didn't get fucked up, because you either die or get stuck as a walrus in a zoo for the rest of your life. We were so proud of Justin Long, and I love him as an actor, and it cracks me up that he's in these movies that we just watch him get. He loves it. You can tell, because why else are you constantly in these movies,
knowing you're gonna die,
knowing they're gonna do the worst to you at every turn? I don't know. It cracks me up though. I had to go on a little Justin Long tangent.
This one, he was kind of, I want to survive this one.
He was, guys, can
I live one?
Crazy idea. Crazy idea. Can I actually just have a small role to play here? So, Weapons, a bunch of kids get missing. He was one of the parents.
I did see a glimpse of that movie. Okay.
He was one of the parents. He has 5-minute screenplay time total, maybe less than that, where he's like, I don't know where the kids went, and that's it. So we were like, Justin, we're so proud of you.
You lived! Yay! That's so funny. No, but I definitely would not be one of those ones that die in a horror movie. Well, I might because
I would, because I'm out of shape. Like, at
a certain point, I'd be like, I fought so hard.
I would give up. I'd be running and I'd be like, why the fuck am I running? Why do I want to waste my last breath?
Why? What's the point?
The tropes are what really get me. For example, the falling trope. Where you fall down when you run.
When you're running
and then you fall.
Like, oh no.
And I'm like, girl, come on. But it takes them forever
to get back up.
What are you doing? Get up, bro. Like, you fall, you gotta just get the fuck back up and keep going. And they stumble and tumble and trip and fall.
It's so funny that you speak of that. And this isn't a horror movie. I mean, it's kind of it's a thriller, but it's based on a true story. But there was a movie that we watched here recently where a woman survived a home invasion. And there's one scene where she jumps out the window and she smacks into something and then smacks onto the ground because she was escaping her house.
Right. Is this real?
Yeah, this is based on a true story.
Damn.
Yeah. But it's obviously, I don't know how much
they're actors.
Yeah, they're actors. But so she gets up and you could tell that she hit the ground hard.
Yeah, but you got all that adrenaline running.
Yeah, and Chris goes, get up, go, they're coming after you. And I was like, that poor girl just like...
She got the wind knocked
out of her.
Okay.
She's lucky she got up.
Have you ever... Okay, this is the only time that I can remember having the literal wind knocked out of me. You know those like monkey bars at the playground when you're a kid?
Yeah.
I was on one when I was a kid.
Was it raining?
No, broad daylight. And because I lived in California at the time, there's no rain there. And it's dry. And I fell on my back. And to a kid, that's like thousands of feet. And I just remember I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. The breath was knocked out of me.
Gone.
And that's what they mean when you get the wind knocked out of you, because you're just... Yeah, and it's crazy how that happens. I can feel it still.
I did it once. My parents came home and we had to go get groceries. Just froze over ice. And as we were walking out on the porch, I stepped down and there was pure ice right there. And I was confidently walking out.
You're like, I got this.
I got this. But I didn't know it had frozen over.
Oh, God.
So as I stepped down and I'm full-blown walking, I went... And I smacked the ground. I'm so lucky I didn't blush her. As I was walking, I slipped and smacked. Of course, there's that porch edge.
Oh, no.
But I'm lucky I didn't hit it.
Yeah.
I just barely missed it. I barely missed it. But as I hit the ground, and I was a teenager, so I was probably at full height yet anyway.
No.
But I barely missed it.
That's what I mean when you fall and you get the breath knocked out of you. I understand how that could take a minute for you to recover from and get up.
Yeah.
But if you just fall a little bit, or you just trip over a root, I don't know, and
get the fuck up.
Get up. Go. And can we talk about tropes? Because I love these movie tropes. I really do. For example, if you're having sex in a movie, you're dead.
You're dead.
In a horror movie, to be specific.
You're gone.
If you're getting it on with anybody at any point of time, you're dead.
You're gone.
Also, if there's a serial killer on the loose, maybe don't fuck. Maybe now's not the time. You know what I mean? Like maybe
wait till later.
Maybe take a break. You know, I never understood that. So the rules are the virgin always wins. It's true. Think about it. When has the virgin not survived?
It's a good question.
They always survive. And if they're not a virgin, then they don't have a significant other at the time, or they're
single.
They're not having sex.
They're not having a great life.
They're not active right now in the sex department. That's how they survive.
Or one of the partners going to die, the other one will live.
Yeah, so House of Wax. Paris Hilton and that other guy, I don't know his name because he's not relevant because there's only Paris Hilton. Because she is mama. She's doing a sexy dance and trying to, they're about to get it on, right? He hears a noise and he leaves the tent. Don't ever do that. Maybe just stay in the tent. I don't think what that noise is that pertinent that you have to go check it out.
You have to go check it out.
Stay in the tent.
You might die in the tent.
You might die in the tent, but either way, you're probably gonna die. I don't know.
You're probably fucked one way or another.
Yeah. So don't have sex. Never say I'll be right back because you're not coming back.
You're not coming back.
Every time you say I'll be right back, you die.
And don't separate.
Literally, and oh my god. They're like, we'll cover ground faster. No, you won't, because you're gonna get picked off one by one, you fucking idiot. And they cover this in Cabin in the Woods because in Cabin in the Woods, these are all movies that have been out for years. You need to keep up. So Cabin in the Woods, it's all a controlled experiment. And they're all, let's stay together when they're in the cabin once they realize what's going on. Because the couple that has sex dies first. And then they're like, oh my God. Because fun fact, the couple that has sex.
Because it was a funny, wasn't it a funny?
It's a comedy.
It's a comedy thriller. Yeah.
It is, but it's really good. Oh, I love that movie. It's so smart. That's besides the point. The couple that has sex is always the one that dies first, by the way. So again, never have sex if you're in a horror movie. And
if you find out you're in a horror movie, don't.
Right, because the slut is always the first to go, whereas the virgin is always the one who wins. That's how movies work. Horror movies work. I don't know why. I would love to see like an anti-trope movie, but I digress. Once they realize what's going on, they're like, let's stay together. Let's stay together. We're safer that way. And then because it's a controlled experiment, they put in mist throughout the vents that makes them think incoherently. So then they're like, wait, no, we should split up because they'll be stronger that way. They could probably survive that way.
Right.
So they split them up for that reason. And it's smart because they're calling out the trope
as it's happening.
Right.
Got it.
And but that's what I mean. It's always smarter to stick together. Never separate. I don't know why y'all do that shit. It's so stupid.
So no.
I also don't understand why. Okay, so in horror movies, there's another rule. The first kill, when you finally get the bad guy and you kill him, he's not dead.
He's not dead. Kill him again.
Cut his head off, cut his limbs off, burn him, burn his body.
Something.
No, do all of the above.
Oh. At the same time.
Well, one after the other, but burn the body. Burn the body.
Put it in acid. Don't let him live.
Burn the body. If you burn the body, this is going to get clipped and I'm going to sound like a psychopath. Context is important here. Burn the body because you never know if they're going to survive. You don't know if they're a powerful entity that's beyond a human,
comprehension.
So a shot might not work, a stabbing might not work. You're going to need to go above and beyond.
Right.
They always come back.
They always come back.
Even if they're human, they always find a way to come back. You could shoot that motherfucker 10 times and he'd still open his eyes.
It's kind of like Michael Myers. He keeps coming back. How?
First of all, let him rest.
Right.
Let that poor lady rest.
Yeah, she needs it.
Stalking her. What's her name in real life?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis. She's probably having a great time with these movies, if I'm being honest. Why else would she be in it for years?
Yeah, why would she continue?
But leave her her alone, Michael. Yeah. Leave her alone. It's not that serious.
It really isn't.
And at this point, the only thing you could do with it left is turn it into a love story.
That would be kind of
hot.
But
it would.
Are they family?
Are they? I gotta be honest, I've never actually seen Halloween.
Oh, what?
I know, I'm so sorry. It's one of those things that got way overhyped and they just kept making more and more and more. And so I was less and less interested. I will get around to it eventually, and I know a lot about it. I've seen clips and everything.
I think they're family somewhere in between. I don't know if they're direct family. They're family. I thought they were brother and sister. I'm not sure.
Jamie Lee Curtis and Michael Myers?
Yeah.
No way.
I might be wrong, though.
Maybe in the movie where they go to space or something. I don't know.
Isn't there one that they go to space?
I think so. I don't know. That's what I mean. They've gotten out of hand. I don't want to watch them. And they're coming out with another one.
What?
Yes.
I thought the last one was supposed to be the end.
Well, they were like, hey guys, by the way, we're doing another one. I'm so tired
It's kind of like Saw.
I'm so far behind. I don't want to watch it anymore.
Like Saw movie, I want it to kind of end where all of them work together. Because that's the whole point in the game, is you're supposed to work together.
If you work together... then you are more likely to survive. Yeah. And y'all don't understand that. It pisses me off.
Yeah.
So, I know that all this happens for the plot, or else there would be no horror movie. It would end in 5 seconds. It bothers me. So, anyways, how cute, okay, so assuming they're not related, right?
Right.
How cutesy would it be if the whole time Michael Myers keeps coming back because he's in love with her? He keeps stalking her because he's in love with her, but the only way he knows how to show his love... I need to write a fan fiction.
You should do it.
The only way he knows to show his love is to kill everybody that she knows, obviously. But she takes that as like she's scared, right? Yeah. You're killing everybody. And he's like, but I love you. Like, I don't know. He doesn't talk at all.
He doesn't talk.
Okay, so sign it.
Yeah.
So she needs to learn how to communicate with him. You know, because what if he's just like,
I'm in love.
What if he's just like, I've been doing this for you the whole time? Like, at first it was because of my mom. Actually, it was my mom at first, because I know that. Because she was the first killer. Did you know that? She was the first Voorhees.
Oh. I don't know. I don't.
Jason Voorhees.
I don't remember. Are we talking about Freddy or Jason?
You're right. What's his
Michael
name?
Myers is
completely
different.
Sorry. I'm so sorry. No. The first Michael Myers. No, yeah, I am thinking of Jason.
You're thinking of Jason.
Jason is his mom. The first Jason Voorhees is his mom.
Yeah, we were talking about Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Okay, I'm sorry. So back to Michael Myers. Michael Myers. How cute would it be if I'm stalking you for decades because I'm in love with you, but you don't understand me, you know? It'd be cute! At the end, that's all he wants. So at the end, Jamie is like, you know what? You're the longest relationship of my life. Because you've killed everybody.
Right. You might as well.
Yeah. And then she learns to love him. It's kind of like Stockholm Syndrome, but in a nice way.
I don't think there's a nice way about Stockholm.
I don't know. I can make it work. First of all, the whole definition of Stockholm is nice. This bank got robbed in Sweden. By the end of it, they were there for days, maybe longer, and a week maybe. By the end of it, all of the hostages were let go, and they were talking to the police because, statements, and they were like, I just don't understand why you had to be so mean to them. They were on their the robber's side, and they were literally so nice to us, and you guys were the problem. They were literally they were hating on the police because they were like, this is all your fault. If you wouldn't have just prolonged this and just left them alone, none of this would have happened. That's what Stockholm Syndrome is. You're literally...
We're not supposed to be laughing about this.
They became hostages, and by the end of it, they were friends. They were like, we love these guys. We're going to go get a beer later once they get out of jail in a cool 25. And...
We're gonna come visit.
Yeah, I want to know what they talked about in there. I want to know.
Is this real?
Yeah, that's how Stockholm Syndrome became a thing. That's how it became, because it was in Stockholm, Sweden.
Oh.
There was a bank robbery.
I did not know that.
And they took these people hostage for a week. And by the end of it, the hostages were, what the fuck is wrong with you? To the police. You should have just left us alone. We were fine. They were cool. We were chill. We were like partying up in there. We were having a great time. We were bonding.
That's so great.
And you had to ruin it.
You ruined our
And because by the end of it, they were on the robber's side.
Yeah.
That's what Stockholm Syndrome is. So if you kidnap somebody and by the end of it, they're helping you out and they're saving you or like whatever, or they're your friend.
But Stockholm Syndrome isn't always the best case scenario
it's
either.
Not.
I really want you to understand.
It's not. I agree.
I feel like you're going to it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast.
It is. It is. That's literally the definition of Stockholm Syndrome. It's a great example. Beauty and the Beast. At first, she was like, fuck you. You took my father. My father's the reason I'm here.
Yeah.
Fuck you. And then by the end of it, she was, oh my God.
I love him.
But Daddy, I love him. And then you want to know something? This is so off topic, by the way, but you want to know something really funny that I love? Beauty and the Beast, you can see it in Belle's face when he turns human, how unattractive she is to her. She was so, you could see the disappointment in her eyes. She was like, ugly. Why are you blonde?
You were handsome as a beast.
Why are you blonde with blue eyes? Go back.
Back.
Give me the beast.
Excuse me.
Give me the beast.
Give it. Yeah.
Especially since dude got cursed because he was so handsome and so narcissistic that spoiled or whatever.
Yeah.
That the witch was like, oh, I'm cursing you with ugliness. And he was actually so hot to everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, the fan base, all the kids growing up watching Beauty and the Beast.
Were attracted to the beast.
They were attracted to the beast, and then he became human, and everyone was like, huh?
Oh, what?
I expected him to be tall, dark, and handsome.
And he's not.
He got cursed for that. He looks like a peasant boy who dies of the plague.
Where did we go?
Too far.
I love it.
My point is that the beast can get it.
We might have to do a whole episode on that, but
I don't condone bestiality.
No, obviously
all.
it's gross.
But the
we're
beast
talking
can
fantasy.
Get it.
We're that could be a next time episode. But the fact that we're saying is that she wants a love trope between Michael Myers and Jamie Lee Curtis' character. And then also don't be stupid in scary movies.
Yeah.
I think if you just work together.
The tropes get me. Y'all are so dumb for no reason.
So dumb for no reason. You fall over a twig, you need to pick yourself back up a lot faster. I get it. To a point where certain things, you're running for your life, your brain isn't working fast enough. So that might be why they get away with it. But there are also stupid things. What is going on with this? It's kind of like in Jurassic Park or World or whatever, one of those movies, which I refuse to watch now. She's running in heels the whole time.
Take the heels off.
Take them off.
To be fair, I mean, if you got it, you got it.
You got it.
Like, if you can run in heels, do it.
But she was running in heels the whole time.
So, let us know what you think about your favorite Halloween trope and, how far we've gotten from Halloween decor. But, to be fair, I knew that conversation wasn't going to last us forever, but it was a good segue.
It was a good segue, which I like a good segue.
We love a good segue.
We do.
Happy October.
Yes.
Happy spooky season. Wish it was spookier.
Yep.
I really do miss the early 2000s to the 90s where everything was so Halloween and dark and aesthetically
spooky. I do feel Halloween though has been more decorative here lately. But I feel like a lot more people have been decorating a lot more for Halloween. But it's just cutesy,
glamour and pink, and I'm trying to see black and orange. I'm trying to see
creepy.
Yeah, but
fucked up.
I digress.
Crazy. Anyway, make sure you guys like, follow, and subscribe. I think I said that right. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.